Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Another weekly Bitcoin chart analysis here. So let's see here. What are we going to do today? Well, we're going to just go ahead and just take a look at the weekly chart on Bitcoin here. So I got a weekly here on bitcoinwisdom.io. So let's see here. What is going on? What is going on? Well, nothing is going on. So I'm gonna do just a short chart analysis because there's really not much going on from last week. So from last week to this week, nothing has changed. My outlook on it is not any better or not any worse. Is that the weekly? Let me refresh this. Okay, that can't be right. That's not the weekly, is it? Interesting. Let's take a quick look at this page here real quick. Okay. Interesting. Oh no. Oh, I messed up. How did I mess up? Yeah, okay. All right. I just want to take a quick look at this. All right. So according to this here, looks like we're down. Bitcoin is down the last 30 days, but up the last 7 days, and today is up. Okay, today's change, but it's still not popping like I want it to. It'd be great if it actually broke up, but it has not. So this is where we are at. Okay, that's what it's doing. That's what it's doing. Interesting. That last candlestick, I swear to, I don't know what happened, but I swear this right here, this week, that was showing a negative. That was a red candlestick. For some reason, it's changed. Hello, how you doing, Yellow? Good to see you. My goodness, shouldn't you be in school? I figured you would be in school by now. Anyways, I got here. What was my prediction last week? That it's not looking good. It would go down. It still doesn't look that great. My goodness, it just does not look great. I'm gonna put in some lines here. I'm gonna put some lines in here and see what I can do here. Let's see, tools, lines. Okay, I'm already in a line. Let's see here. I still think we're in a range. It will not let me put a range. Crosshairs, draw line, snap, snap. There it is. You're gonna get revenge on me? That won't be until this Friday, so it's gonna be a while. Let me see here. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, there we go. So there's a price. All right. There's a line. Let's go to crosshair and then do another snap free. Snap. Oh, why did it do that? I want that to be right there. So the range should be there. So that's the top range. Draw a line. I want to draw a line. Why won't it draw a line? Okay. Let's see if I can duplicate, clone. Let's see if it'll let me move it. Nope, it won't let me move it. Anyways, I'll leave it like that. So that's one line. And it just will not let me draw a line. I might have to draw a Fibonacci. Which I really don't want to do. Okay. Anyways, I think the top range, I think we're in a range for the most part. The range is on the top here, and there's another range coming at the bottom, which I'll get rid of this. Oh, okay, now maybe it'll let me draw another range. Okay, all right, excellent. So I think there's your range here. So the two range pricing is right here, which seems to be at about, let me, it won't let me do the crosshairs for some reason. How about a free? There we go. It won't let me do it. Okay. Well, I think these are the two prices here. That's the range that we're looking at. Those two range in price that I think you're stuck. I could put in another line. Let me see if it'll let me put in another line. Free snap. Let me see here from the bottom, from this bottom. Okay. And this top right here. Nope. Okay. No, it will not let me do this. Sorry. I'm in a bad predicament. I'm looking for this top right here. That's not it. That's not it either. Oh no! What did I do? Come on, there we go. Let me see what another one here. Where am I? Bear with me. Snap. Why won't it draw lines? Let me see. Retracement. Let's just do Fibonacci retracement. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. That's the best thing I can do. We're gonna go into Fibonacci's. Although that's not what I wanted. Let me try again. Let's delete that. Let's try one more time. I want this high to this low. There we go. All right, it's giving me prices too. Excellent. So, okay. Oh, every time I move it, it changes a little bit. Anyways, I think that's the range we're looking at. Let's see the top price. All right. So here's my weekly prediction. Okay. Sorry if this is such a horrible live stream. But my weekly prediction on this weekly chart is that we're in a very tight range. And yeah, we are in a very tight range. Let me see if I can get my crosshairs in here. We're in a very tight range. There we go. And today is October 16, and something was supposed to happen. Something was it was supposed to the time frame is today, and something was supposed to happen, but it never did. But usually doesn't mean it does happen. So typically, what I think is going on is nobody's trading. There's very little movement in price action, and I don't think that this thing is gonna break anytime soon. This may just range in such a long time. I don't think there's any news events either that can cause any prices to move around. So I'm not seeing anything. The only thing I can say is that if it breaks 20,469, if it breaks that, sorry, if it breaks that, you want to buy. If it breaks below 18,157, you probably want to sell. Or you want to play the momentum, I should say. You want to go with the crowd. You want to go with the crowd. That's my point. So at this point, you're playing a, I guess, a breakout, and my personal feelings are that it's going to break down. This is just a long, dragged out price action. It's been going on for almost 4 months, where it's just been consolidating, and we're hitting to a point where I do think it's going to get squeezed, but I don't think it's going to squeeze up, because if it was going to squeeze up, I think it should have happened by now. Probably should have happened by now. And because it didn't squeeze up, and it's below the 10-period moving average, that white line, I think there's weakness. I think the overall sentiment is negative, in my opinion, because it's just not moving. The price is just not moving. So that is the range. It's a tight range. Just to give you an idea how tight the range is, there's the overall. That's how tight the range is right there. Just to give you an idea. If you zoom out and you take it all the way back, you'll see back in 2021, 2020, that's kind of where we are at the price if you match them up. I think we're very close. I think we're very close to the bottom. Very close. I think there's just one more just sell-off coming up. I really do think there's just one more sell-off coming up, and it's probably most likely going to, after that, just flatten out for a very long time, and you'll most likely get whipsawing. You'll probably go up and down, but if you play this right and you just play the momentum, you play the momentum trade here, where you have your stops or your longs, your buy orders and your sell orders above 20. Let's zoom back in. Above 20,000, 20,469. If you have anything that breaks above that, I think it will break up. But if the price starts to collapse and it goes below, and I want to redraw this fib line. I don't usually use fib lines, but because I'm limited on I'm doing this on my mobile here. Yeah, I'll just do it right here. There we go. So those are the I'm using the fib lines as a range. Trying to use it as a range. I'm just trying to get the prices on the top. The top is 20,469. If it breaks above that, I think you should go with the momentum of going up. If it breaks below 18,157, go with the momentum. Just follow what everybody else is doing. Most likely that's the only safe trade I think there is right now. I guess if you want to gamble, you can gamble and put your bets in right now. At this point, I don't even know where it's going. It just stays below. It just looks weak. Everything about it just looks so weak, and there's not a lot of price action. I can only assume that there's not a lot of people trading. They're probably out of the markets. They're probably not in the exchanges. They're not doing anything. Nothing. So that's why the price is not moving. Another thing I want to look at is, let's take a look at the mempool real quick. This is something I look to see. Oh, the mempool just shot up for some reason. It does that randomly. It doesn't mean that the price is going to go up or down. It just means that the people are paying the fees, what the fees are, and it looks like there's people are moving their coins around, and there's a backlog here, but it usually gets usually gets back to baseline. So it probably doesn't mean anything. When it gets up to like 20 or 30 megs in the mempool, that's when I get a little concerned. I try to look at the price to see what's going on. I use the mempool because it's an indication of bitcoins being moved around, and usually you see that at a sell-off because everybody's trying to go to the exchanges and try to dump their coins, or you see that when the price starts going up and everybody wants to move their coins into exchanges to cash out. So I see a lot of that. Sometimes it could be reverse. People are buying the coins on the exchanges and then trying to move them out of the exchanges into their private wallet just to have a safe place. So, but if you look, if I zoom out again, let's see if it changes. Nope, it doesn't change. Good. If I keep zooming out, you'll see that it's really a tight range, very small range. And so the danger of playing this momentum, if you do play a momentum trade, is that you can get whipsawed. In other words, the price can dramatically go up, go down, up, down, and you'll hit your stop losses or your limit orders, and you're out of the trade, unfortunately. And then when everything settles, all of a sudden the price goes your way, but you got knocked out of your trade, which tends to happen a lot. So if you're gonna go in, you gotta go in long, or you gotta go in short, and you gotta kind of commit to it. That's if you can handle it. Oftentimes, I think what happens is that you make a trade. Somebody at the exchange knows where you have your limits, your stop orders, and your limit orders, or your stop losses, and the prices just drives the opposite way of what you want it to. And after it hits your stop orders or stop losses, and you're out of the trade, usually at a loss, or maybe you made minimal amount, then the price action starts moving in the direction that you originally had your trade for, and you're missing out on a lot of potential profit. So that's the unfortunate, the downside effect of trading on the exchanges. So my trading, if I don't trade, okay, I'm just so far I haven't been right at all in my predictions. But then again, I haven't been wrong either. The price has just not moved. So if I was to trade, and I don't, but it looks like everyone's just waiting, and I think everyone's waiting to either the price to go above or at 20,000 or below 18. So I think that's what the range is. Your people are just waiting to see where the price is going because nobody's trading. I don't think there's enough people trading. That's what I think. So yeah, a lot of people are just not doing anything. If I pull back out, let's get rid of this line. Let's get rid of the fib line now so you guys can see. So if I just pull back to this right here, the reason why I have a negative sentiment on the price is basically because the 10-period average, the price has been just really bearish at that 10-period moving average, that white line that you see right there. It just cannot break above it, and really you got to have the price to, if you want the price to break up, it has to break above that average right there, and that's what kind of where it's been hanging out. And it's been hanging out below that white line is below the yellow line, And that just indicates to me that it's a negative sentiment. All right, the price, we're still in a bear market, and at this point, the price action is just not moving around. I think it will break at some point. The question is it going to break up or is it going to break down? So far, my sentiment, my feelings, my thoughts, my prediction is that it will break down. Originally, I thought it might break up, but I just don't think there's enough people in a short position to be squeezed out, unfortunately. They must have saw my video and just not made that squeeze, that short play. Right now, it's just not looking good, not looking good. And if I zoom out, I still think we could still see lower prices. And I'll try to draw a line. I'll try to draw a line. I don't know if I can, but somewhere right around here. Somewhere right around there, I think, is the bottom limit. The bottom, like the price may spike down. And you always get a spike going down when it really hits that bottom. It just slams right in, and then it'll whipsaw back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then eventually, in about another year, we're very close to November, but I think in about another year, next November, you'll probably start seeing that price start to creep up, already creeping up. And that could be, I think a buying opportunity is ahead. I think there is a buying opportunity just around the corner. If you're looking to buy, and I think a lot of people are, so they're waiting. Everyone's waiting for the dip, for the next crash, and they're waiting for a lower price. Ultimately, people are always waiting for a lower price. And I think after that final, jab going down, there's most likely gonna be, after that, return to the bull market eventually. The question is it really going to go to 150? Is it going to go to 300,000? This is probably going to be the first time that Bitcoin has been in a time where a recession or maybe even a depression has happened during the halvening cycle. So I do think the overall economy will go into a recession. Inflation has definitely still kicking up. I also think that despite that there's increase in jobs, which I can't imagine what kind of jobs you can have during this time. It's got to be a low-paying job or not the ideal job that you want. But I still think that there is a looming, whether in a recession or the recession is coming, the markets will eventually slow down, and eventually we'll all feel the crash. The question is, how will the price of Bitcoin react during that time? Because this is going to be the first time where we see the price of crypto and the cryptocurrency market experience a recession, or experience a recession with the traditional markets. So I don't know. This is the first time. I suspect that it will just continue to do what it normally does, which is it will go to the halvening, the price will increase. I suspect that it will just do what it normally does, despite the fact that traditional markets and the world may be going into a recession. That's what I suspect, but I could be wrong. Sometimes I always am. So far, I haven't been right in any of my predictions. So I can't really say that it will happen or it won't happen. But looking at it, today is what? What is today? Today is the week of October 16th, which something is supposed to happen either this week or maybe even next week. It's questionable on what is going to happen. So, anyways, I'm not going to make this too long. It's going to be short because there's nothing going on. Nothing's happening. I will say, however, my position is still bearish. I still think that there's going to be a crash in the price of Bitcoin, probably even Ethereum. It's going to crash, and maybe, I don't know, it could be up to 13,000, it could be up to 8,000. But I do think there is one more leg in the downtrend, one more jab going down. I still do think that is going to happen. So that is my chart, my weekly chart analysis, because it just does not look good here. Let's see if I can move this. Let's do one more line right here. I want to do one more line because I want to see where the... Okay, let's see if I can do it. Right here at this top. Why won't it do it? Oh, it did do it. Sorry, I'm doing this on my phone. It's so hard to do it. It's so hard to do it. Okay, that. And then right here. Oh, jeez. Okay, can't do it. I don't know if I can do it. Sorry. All right, let's see if I can do it now. No. Nope. Let's try one more time. From that top line to that top line. I can't do it. I don't know what it is. Can't get it done. Oh my God. This is such hard. Anyways, let me try one more time. This is driving me nuts. I just have to do it. Close. Close, not close. I can't get it. I can't get it. Why is this doing it? It's killing me. This is killing me. Okay, one more time. No, that's not what it is. Right there. Ugh, I can't do it. I can't do it. Why can't I do it? Okay, let me zoom in a little bit more. Okay, let's try one more time. Okay, I think I did it. Did I do it? No, I didn't, but all right, let's just see how close I was. Close enough, close enough. Close enough. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're there. We're there at that line. Yeah, we're basically right there. You know what amazes me? The charts tend to move. I could have sworn the last two candlesticks were in the red. Let me refresh one more time. I could have sworn the last candlesticks were in the red. Like, this is crazy. I could have sworn that, and now this was red, but I could have sworn this was red. But that is so weird. Anyways, okay, so sorry about that. Overall, my prediction, all right, my prediction is that we're still in a bear market. Okay, first we're still in a bear market. We still have one more leg, all right, of going down in price. Could be somewhere between 13 to 8,000, 13,000 to 8,000. After that, I think by next year you'll see some price recovery. The price will recover gradually. How much? I don't know. It's hard to say because I think by that time the world will be in some kind of recession from now until next year, next November. The question is, will the cryptocurrency market return to a bull market cycle? I think it will. I think it will. This is going to be the first time that Bitcoin will experience a recession, a global recession. But I think there's something to the way Bitcoin is designed, where the mining is half, and who knows, electricity prices may, increase by then. I mean, we're hearing energy, energy is increasing. This whole global war and quote unquote climate change. People are trying to increase the price of energy to promote or push their agenda of climate change, driving the price of electricity. Whatever form of energy, electricity, even solar. So I mean, it costs if energy costs go up, then everything else goes up. So to produce solar panels, to produce wind turbines, to produce whatever that they're trying to produce to be in the renewable energy, to increase renewable energy, those costs are all going to go up. And so it just becomes ridiculous. So energy prices will be going up. I do believe that. Those costs has to be that energy cost has to be paid for by the miners, and whatever the cost of mining Bitcoin is really the true cost of what Bitcoin is worth ultimately, because without the miners, there is no network. Without the network, there is no Bitcoin. And so essentially, Bitcoin is one of those things where we know what the cost. There's some metrics that we know what the cost of Bitcoin is, or what the value of one Bitcoin is, and it is basically the cost to mine, essentially. And then second would be supply and demand. How much demand is there to acquire Bitcoin versus the supply out there? Considering everyone loses their private keys, people get hacked, people send their Bitcoins to the wrong address, etc., etc. So increase in demand, all right, short in supply, I guess, drives the price up even further. And by design, That's what Bitcoin does for the most part. So will the price go up next year? I think by next year, it will be up higher than what it is now. My prediction is anywhere from 150 to 300,000. Also, will the price increase during a global recession? I still think it will. I still think it will. Short term, on this, from what I could see on the chart and the price action, anything above 20,000, 21,000, well, 20,500. I think 20,500. Anything above that price, if it's settled, like the candlestick settles above that price, it's a buy signal. If it drops below 18,000, if the price goes to 18,000, that is a sell signal. That's all I have to say for now. You're gonna have to play it by ear. I think right now it's just ranging. It is literally just ranging. But my overall sentiment right now, short term, is the price is negative. In other words, the price looks like it's gonna go down. It looks like it's gonna go down. But then again, I could be wrong. So far, I haven't been right, but then again, I haven't been wrong either. I've had to change my sentiment, my predictions over the last 4 weeks, the last month. So there's just not enough price action. But I predict that as soon as the price does move, it will be very volatile. I think we're seeing, the price movement is, there's just not a lot of price movement. But when the price does break above, I would say 20,500, if it breaks above 20,500, it will be very volatile. If it breaks below 18,000, it will be very volatile. So it's either going to break up and break down. If it breaks up, I think there's a limit of only about 23,000. If it breaks down, I mean, the bottom, I'm seeing the bottom at around 13,000 to 8,000 in the price. So again, that's more long term. But every week I will be doing a weekly Bitcoin chart analysis. So stick around for next week. See if anything's going to happen. Making predictions on a weekly chart, man, it's tough because you have to go and wait every week. Every week is just one candlestick. So it is a slow moving process. It's not very exciting, I know, but I think either two things are going to happen. If it breaks up, it's going to break 20,500. Then I think the limit of how high it can go is around 23,000. There's more potential to go down. If it breaks below 18,000, the next price support area, I think it's around 13,000. After that, it'll be 8,000. And so there's more potential for a downward price movement than there is for an upward price movement. So the good news is, if it does break down, I think after that is the bottom. I think that is ultimately will be the bottom, and we'll get back into a very range, a whipsawing up and down range price. And eventually, by this time next year, I do think we will be returning to a bull market. Anyways, that is my weekly chart analysis. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. It's hard. I'm on my mobile phone now, so you could see a little bit better. If you're on your phone, you could see it vertically, so you don't have to worry about it. But I just think there's not enough price action. It's very slow. When the price breaks, it will be very volatile, though. That's what I do think will happen. I won't know until it does. Either remember, there's a 33% chance that I could be right, 66% chance I could be wrong. So the odds are always against you when you play the game. The best thing to do is hodl. In other words, just buy and hold. Dollar cost average, buy and hold, whatever you can do. Because on the long run, 5 years later, 10 years later, if you hodled, you'll be well off, much better than people who try to trade all the time. And I think that's a fact. That's probably a fact. People who trade, yes, they make money, but they could have made way more money if they just bought and hold, bought and hodl. Hodl is your best bet. So whatever you want to do. Anyways, I will catch you all next week and see what's happening with the price. So far, man, the price is just not moving. I do think there is potential for a breakout here. Question is it going to be up or is it going to be down? Until next time, everybody, I will catch you all later. See you all next week.